And it is a good day because you're here. How are
It's
you?
a great day.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Noel Fitzpatrick, Supervet, of course, released this brilliant book. How long have you been waiting for this book?
We have been waiting for this book, Lorraine, for 2,042 years.
For the love of God.
Yes, yeah, because he was born in 2021 BC, so he had to arrive in 2021 AD.
Of course he did.
Had to happen, had to happen. Now, Vetman's been with me all my life. I dreamed him up as a child.
You were just a young lad, weren't you?
I was 10, yeah. And thank you so much for having me on the show, because you and I spoke about Vetman years ago.
We did.
Yeah, I was 10 and I lost a lamb in a field and I just felt useless and pointless. And I see this in children now every day. It's with social media and all that kind of stuff. They feel compared to everything. Well, I just felt compared to the universe. And I lay in the field where I lost the lamb and I looked up at the stars in heaven. You know the phrase, love is in the stars?
Yes.
I imagined love was I was naive enough to think love was actually in the stars. And I'd heard Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. I thought they'd actually built a stairway to heaven.
Wouldn't that be good?
It would be good.
Was, yeah.
And I figured out if love was in the stars, it must have a molecular structure. And if a star fell to Earth, it could make the heart of somebody, and that's Vetman.
And that's Vetman. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love the fact it's Vetman, but he's also got a Bionic Animal Clan.
Yeah, you know what? It's an actual story about love, hope, and redemption. It's a story about two kids discovering themselves. One of the things that really strikes me about children is when they come into my consulting room, people say, well, how are you going to deal with grief? You know, how are you going to deal with their animal passing through and all of that stuff? How are you going to deal with the blood? It's like the broadcasters, when I made Supervet, say, oh, you can't put that much blood on television. Children won't like it. I'm like, no, you won't like it, mate. The kids will be fine with it. So in the book, we deal with big things like grief.
We do.
And about being the best that you can become. Believing in yourself, and Imogen and Finlay finding their way through their adventure with a hedgehog through Vetman's bionic bunker to save the world.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Kids are going to just, they're just going to so enjoy this. And you talked about grief, and of course, you've gone through the worst with your Keira, who was, well, she was the most important girl in your life for such a long time. Look at her. She's beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
How are you doing?
Well, every time I see her,
Gosh, I know.
You know, I mean, her little grave is outside my window at work. And I just left work this morning to come into the studio, and I say goodbye to her whenever I leave, and I say hello to her multiple times a day. You know, the book's about unconditional love, and I dedicated the book to her because she was, and with your Angus, you'll know.
Oh, yeah.
Unconditional love.
It's amazing.
And it's an ethereal thing. It's a thing that you can't explain unless you felt it. It's one of those things that connect us in a sense of oneness, where we feel we belong in the moment. And she was my confidant. She was my best friend for 14 years. And no matter how sad I was, she made me happy. No matter how sweaty I was, she liked it better because she would lick the sweat off my face.
They do like that.
Oh, no matter how, she liked me smelly. So she was the best possible friend. But the thing about the love of an animal and why I dedicate my life to it and what this book's all about is how they can bring us redemption. Every day from ourselves. I mean, you started at the top of this feature with a dog that's got millions of hits. The reason for that is that people allow animals access to a part of their soul that we hide from other people because we don't want that vulnerability with another human, because we don't want to be judged. And they don't judge us. And in Vetman's bionic bunker, everybody's equal. Regardless of where you come from, what your colour is, or in this case, Imogen asks him, do you speak to animals? And I didn't want him to be like Dr. Dolittle. And he says, well, I have a little problem with chameleon dragon, as if it was French or Italian. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah. But it's not about language. It's about that thing that connects all of us for 13.4 billion years since the star of love fell from heaven. And that is love.
No, it is, and it absolutely is. And you know what? We should celebrate an amazing life that she had. And you gave her more time, because after she had the accident, you operated on her. She got a year that she probably wouldn't have had. And she is irreplaceable.
Well, it's about giving her the option of that, and it was the best year of my life.
Ah, that's great. Well,
I'm so grateful.
It's wonderful. You did the marathon, didn't you, with a photograph of her in your pocket?
Oh, it's so funny. I cried for, well, the truth is, I couldn't cope. The truth is, I woke up every day crying, and I'm treating other people's animals, and I'm crying. And my friend signed me up for the marathon before COVID. And I'm like, I'm going to run. How am I going to train for that? So I'm training between midnight and 3 a.m. So I come out of theatre at like 11.
Yeah.
Go for a run between midnight and 3, right? The week before, I'm doing my last run. Car comes around the corner. I have to jump for cover. I sprain my ankle. So I run the marathon on a sprained ankle. And I was in horrendous pain. And the really interesting thing happened. I ran it for her with a photograph of her in my pocket. And a very interesting thing happened. When the physical pain met the emotional pain, then all of a sudden I was able to let her go, you know.
Oh, really? That's incredible. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to get
all right.
upset. I really don't. But I can completely understand it.
And I just let her go around mile 19 on the South Bank. Oh. And it was beautiful.
Oh no, it's just she was a very, very special girl. You've got some amazing memories. Already, I mean, I'm just looking at my phone, it's going crazy. We've had so many people just saying they know what you're going through because they've been through it themselves.
Well,
yeah,
it says it there in this.
Yeah.
In the last, I just hope someone picks this up and it brings them some light, because it says here, and I wrote this for her. It says, as long as you believe in unconditional love, you can be the greatest you dream of becoming, and you are by my side now, before, and every day onwards. If you believe in unconditional love.
Yeah. And
that's what that's about. That is me. That is the best that I would like to become. And I'd love if only one child, the 10-year-old in all of us, it's quite a hefty book. And I'm hoping that adults, the 10-year-old in every adult, picks it up and says, oh, yeah, I remember that about me.
Yeah.
And it gives them hope when they're feeling down. And I saw you had Fern Cotton on earlier. And, you know, was talking about her struggles. Yeah. Everybody has struggles.
Of course.
And I'm hoping that this book will help them with that, because it's a journey of saving the world from all of the things that go wrong with Vetman by your side.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you for
so
coming in. It's always a joy to talk to you. Vetman and his Bionic Animal Clan, out now, perfect Christmas present.
I hope so. It's set at Christmas. It all happens the week before Christmas.
Excellent. And I can't wait to see the movie. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.